Mark, best thing about Jeb Bush.
Best thing about Jeb Bush is that he's a Bush.
I'm gonna have to think about that for a second.
Go ahead, take your time.
All right, I thought about it. I think you're incorrect.
You think I'm incorrect?
Yes.
You think I'm crazy?
I think
because
you're completely bonkers. How could the best thing about somebody be being a Bush?
Can you imagine the cojones of this guy who knows what people associate his family with, and yet he's running anyway? What does that tell you about his strength of character?
It tells you he might be having delusions of grandeur.
I think it tells you something about Jeb Bush that's arguably not that bad, which is he's confident enough in himself and who he is to be able to say, I know all that, but you know what? I'm going to run as if I'm going to win. I think it takes a lot of intestinal and testicular fortitude to do that, because he's not a stupid man at all. He understands that people blame President George W. Bush for the morass of Iraq and for the economic collapse. He gets that.
Yeah.
And he's still running.
Yeah, which maybe just tells you how much he believes in his family's name, right?
There is some sense, that he might see himself, like Ted Kennedy did, as sort of keeper of the flame in this case, although Ted Kennedy didn't really have to rehabilitate an image, arguably, yeah. But
that's Jeb,
right? But Jeb Bush might see himself as the potential rehabilitator of the Bush image, which was pretty good after the first President Bush. But I just think it says something about his character, his audaciousness, that his name is Bush and he's willing to run. And I think that's, to me, the best thing about him.
Did we see the most strange example of that just a few days ago when he basically said he would have gone into Iraq and didn't think there was anything wrong with what his brother did? And then, of course, backtracked, and now all the Republicans are scrambling to figure out what their answers are.
Look, by no means is it easy being a Bush running in this race.
Yeah.
I think that's what that means. But again, I think it takes something exceptional to essentially take what is probably the most distasteful brand in American politics and say, okay, I'm part of that brand. I'm going to run.
And I'm still going to do it.
And I'm still going to do it.